Alo? Salut! Sunt eu, un haiduc și te rog, iubirea mea, primește fericirea. Alo? Alo? Sunt eu, Picasso, ți-am dat bip și sunt voinic, dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic.
Oh shit, we got Octavian in here. They were talking about it the other day on the midday show. I want to say Octavian. Are you feeling good, Octavian? You feeling good about your new coach? I guarantee he's feeling better than any Colorado fan.
Te sun, să-ți spun ce simt acum. Alo, iubirea mea, sunt eu, fericirea. Alo, alo, sunt iarăși eu, Picasso.
All right, I pinned the link to the StreamYard at the top of the chat. If you want to call in and talk shop with Wreck, you can do that. You just click that link. It's so easy, I swear anyone can do it. All right, we already got Octavian ready. We'll get into this in a minute. It feels good to be back, though, baby. It really does. Matter of fact, I just remembered, I'm so glad Octavian called in because he's got Buster Faulkner and Aaron Philo now. We need to know what Octavian thinks about that. All right, give me 5 minutes. We're going to get into this thing.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat Everybody stutters one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, I don't let nothing hold you back. If the scat man can do it, so can you. Everybody's saying that the scat man stutters but doesn't never stutter when he sings. But what you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now that the stutter and the scat is the same thing. Yo, I'm the scat man. Where's the scat man? I'm the scat man. Why should we be pleasing any politician? Reasons would try to cheat the seasons if they could. The state of the condition insults my intuition, and it only makes me crazy and hard like wood. Everybody stutters one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. If the scat man can do it, brother, so can you. I'm the scat man.
All right. What do you say we just get into this thing? What is going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great, what is this, Tuesday? Doing this on a Tuesday? Welcome all. Let's go to the chat real quick, and then we need to hear what Octavian has to say. Elizabeth Wilkins says hello. What's going on? Octavian says, what's up, Georgia Tech Nation? And he is in the back room. Chris, what is your name? Chris Knipe says Octavian is in the house. Florida with 5 wins this year. Okay. Uncle Junior here. Jacket Nation, remember, winning ain't free. Send a check. Even if it's only $100, we need 40,000 fans sending a check every calendar quarter. That'd be $16 million annually. That is correct. Nico in the house, and Dim Jackets says, what's up, Rex? So, Octavian, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man? Man, I got the Aaron Follow update, man. First off, great person, man. Love the dude. Got an autograph from him, man. I got to show you this, man.
Hold on. Let me switch screens here so people can see.
So I got a poster here, and then I don't know if you can see it or not, but
oh yeah,
I got a poster here, and then I got this dude right here. And he's put, and I put Michael told him put on there, man. I said, Aaron Follow. I said, I know you hate Georgia, man. So I put on there, man, the Georgia Bulldog Killer. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says the Georgia Bulldog Killer. I got Bailey Stockton, and I got Will Griffin.
Nice.
I got Harping.
You got Luke Harpering?
Luke Harpering is one of my favorite players on the team. My favorite player on the team is by far Bailey Stockton.
Oh, okay. I hear you. Well, that's what's up, man. So you got Philo's autograph, you got Luke Harpering, you got Bailey Stockton. Now, if I'm remembering right, Bailey Stockton played at Prince Avenue with Aaron Philo in high school. If you didn't know that, So a lot of people have been shitting on Philo in the spring. I guess he threw some picks. Are you concerned?
Yeah, he threw. I went to the spring game. That's how I got those autographs. They did decent. Philo's okay, man. Listen, Philo's gonna be all right.
All right. I'd love to see it. Well,
Buster's cooking on offense, man. We got Eric Singleton, another Georgia Tech man there. Hey, what's the center name? I think his name is
Harrison Moore.
Harrison Moore, yeah, he's a dog, man. I love him. Hey, man, we're gonna be decent.
So, Uncle Lou seems to think Buster Faulkner is dog shit. Now, how do you feel about that? I mean, what do you think Buster Faulkner is going to do this?
He's been giving the defense hell for the last 2 years with Georgia Tech. Imagine what he's going to do with us. Imagine what he's going to do with us.
Are y'all beating Georgia this year?
We come to Atlanta, so we gonna beat. We never lost in Georgia. We never lost in Georgia. So
you never lost to Georgia in Atlanta. You mean?
We never lost to Georgia in the state of Georgia. So we got an undefeated record. So we're gonna keep it that way.
Okay, I like it. Now, who's this other quarterback y'all got?
Oh, Tramel. He's Tramel Jones. He's gonna be okay. He was the best quarterback that day, but for me, I think Philo's gonna be the guy.
Okay.
Philo's gonna be the guy, and we're gonna rally behind Philo, and that's gonna be our guy, man. And Buster Faulkner, man, listen. Buster Faulkner is gonna be a head coach one day. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but I say in 2 years' time, when he get up to because we're going to get to the playoffs.
Okay, Buster's getting you to the playoffs.
Maybe not this first year, but the second year, I'm telling you, man, Buster Faulkner is going to be on some team's radar. And I'm telling you, if that team is in Columbia, South Carolina, don't get their shit together. They need. I don't know about that, man. South Carolina no. That's the dude Chris likes, man. South Carolina, he always gives me hell. But the worst team in the SEC, South Carolina, by far.
So I've got Florida's schedule pulled up here. You open up with some nobodies: Florida Atlantic Owls, Campbell Camels, who I am familiar with because North Carolina likes to schedule them.
And then we got Auburn
on the road at Auburn. That could be tough. You've got Ole Miss at home. However, they're not with Lane Kiffin, so different team than you saw last year.
Yeah.
At Missouri,
We'll
South
beat them. We'll
Carolina.
beat them. We'll beat them.
So we'll just assume you beat Florida Atlantic and Campbell.
We
All
beat
right.
Florida Atlantic Campbell. Auburn's going to be the key game. Auburn's going to be the key game that we have this season. If we beat 3-0, I said at the end of September we ought to be no worse than 3-1. No
So
worse than 3-1.
at the end of September, so that would be you're saying you're only losing to Ole Miss in September. Auburn.
I'm just saying, or Auburn, or it could be either one. We could be 3-1. And by October 10th, we'll win the rest of our games. South Carolina will be a problem.
So you're saying after October 10th, you're winning out?
No. That's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because after that, you got another brutal little stretch here. You got South Carolina at Texas, then you get a bye. Then you play Georgia at Mercedes-Benz, which is a neutral site game. Then you've got Oklahoma at home, at Kentucky. Vanderbilt's nothing to sneeze at these days. You get them at home as well, and then at Florida State. If you can't beat Florida State, then you should just disband your football team probably.
Right.
So what do you think your record's going to be? Before you say that, let me go look at what the over-under for Florida this year is. You might know it off the top of your head. Do you know what your over-under is?
I think it's 6 wins, sir. I think it is 6.
All right, let's go to Vegas Insider here. Let's Control F some Florida. There's no way. Hold on. Am I looking at this right? Why is that ACC? Let's go to the SEC. Florida is 6.5. It's the same over-under win total Georgia Tech has this year. So I'm going to ask you both of those. Over under 6.5 wins, Georgia Tech.
I think they go over. They beat who they play? Colorado and FSU the first game of the season.
No, I'll bring it up for you. We play Colorado and then Tennessee in our first two games.
Oh yeah, I beat Tennessee. I don't know.
Hold on.
Where do y'all play Tennessee at? Is the question.
It's at home. Both of those games are in Atlanta.
Is y'all playing in the Dome or y'all playing at Bobby Dodd?
Both of those games are at Bobby Dodd.
Oh yeah, give me the win for the Tennessee game, and whoever y'all play. Colorado, y'all win. Y'all be 2-0.
If we beat Tennessee, then I'm going to be over the moon. We get Mercer at Stanford, Duke at Virginia Tech, Boston College at Pitt, Louisville at Clemson, Wake, and at Georgia. So you sticking over?
Y'all might call me crazy here, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. 9-3.
My man, Octavian's got the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets going 9-3. Okay, and I'm guessing those 3 losses. Let's see, Georgia. You got us beating Tennessee. Maybe Louisville at Clemson would be tough.
Yeah.
At Virginia Tech's nothing to sneeze at. I think Franklin's going to have them ready to go. All right, now Florida. We just looked at their schedule. You going over under 6.5 wins on your Florida Gators?
I know we beat FIU. I know we beat Campbell. We gonna beat Auburn. Ole Miss is kind of, it's up in there 50-50. So I'll say a possible loss there at Ole Miss.
Okay, so there's one loss.
Who's next? Oh, Missouri, we'll beat them. We'll beat South Carolina. Texas, that's where I predict the loss going to come.
Yeah, on the road, that's tough.
On the road,
there's 2.
There's 2. Georgia, we'll see. We'll see how Georgia is and how they get. Who else we have here? Oklahoma.
Yeah, we get them at home.
That's a game that we win at home.
Okay, at Kentucky.
We beat them.
Vandy at home.
We beat Vanderbilt.
So you got both us going 9-3.
I really do. I want 9-3. 9-3. That's a good start for some 9-3.
You could back into your way to the playoffs at 9-3 with your schedule this year.
With Buster Faulkner as the offensive coordinator, it would not surprise me With Brad White as our defensive coordinator would not surprise me. The only thing that I'm really worried about is our offensive line, which you know it's a work in progress for us. It's like for many teams, it's a work in progress. But I think our offensive line it will be good. It's gonna be all right.
So is Buster the truth?
Oh man, hey man, I love the guy, man. I don't know what y'all Georgia Tech fans was just man giving him hell about, man.
Yeah,
That
I
man's a
wasn't.
man. That man was a that man is the offensive genius, man. I don't know. I know y'all hate to see him go, but he's an offensive genius, man. What I seen in that spring game, it just like it might have been something, vanilla or whatever. But I can tell you that man could scheme up some plays.
Well, I'll tell you what Buster's good at. Buster, and I don't know if you saw it at the spring game. I mean, most teams are not going to show a ton of the spring game. It's a ton of motion,
Yeah,
and
definitely seen that.
you're
Definitely
trying
seen
to
that.
isolate, high percentage matchups for yourself. And I agree. I think he's really good. A lot of Tech fans, an uncomfortable number. I feel like we're not. I don't know if it's sour grapes. They were like glad he's gone, and they look at, well, he calls too many screens. But here's the thing: everyone calls too many screens in college football. That's just kind of a sign of the times right now, or that's the fad. But I hated to see Buster go.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It was hard. I was rooting for Georgia Tech. I really want Georgia Tech to do well. I really want Georgia Tech to do well. Uh, I know. We took your coordinator. I know we took your
Yeah,
possible quarterback
most of
and
our
wide
offense.
receiver and
And
center
our wide receivers coach. You took our wide receivers coach, Trent McKnight, too.
and wide receivers coach.
Yes.
I was kind of hurt, but at the same time, they are blessed. They are a blessing down there.
Mm. Well, I would love to see him do well down there. I'd love to see you go up there and beat Georgia. I mean, I'm not rooting
Oh well,
against any of these guys.
listen, listen. The game is in Atlanta. We don't lose in Atlanta that often. We're going to put a good showing against Georgia this year. It, yeah, it's not going to come down to no catching catch reviews or whatever, or kneeling at the goal line. It's either one team's going to whoop the other. Georgia looks shakeable, questionable. I don't
Yeah.
know if Gunna stop. They're going to have a good year. I won't even. In my honest opinion, I don't think Gunna stop to make it through the whole season.
Oh, okay. You think he's going to get hurt?
Not like that. I think he's going to get benched.
You think Gunnar Stockton's going to get benched this year? Okay, wow. You
I,
think
I,
he's going to be that
I think
bad?
I think yes. I think he's gonna go through a stretch where they have to sit his ass on the bench.
Damn, dude. I don't even know who is behind Gunnar Stockton right now.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know. I don't think Georgia's ready for that type of.
They're
I
not
don't
ready for
think
that
Georgia's
smoke.
ready.
They don't want that smoke, Octavian, that Florida's bringing to
Uh,
Atlanta. That's what you're telling me. That's what I'm hearing.
Georgia Tech is gonna whoop their ass. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. George Gossi, y'all offensive coordinator. I know football now. I
Yeah.
know football. George Gossi got something to get for Kirby Smart, man. I can tell you, man. He does not like losing to Georgia. Hey, I can just look at him and see he hates Georgia with all his passion.
Yeah, I mean, so is Key, and it ain't done a whole lot for him yet. But I'm kind of my thing with Georgia right now, as far as that clean old fashioned hate game, is like I'm not really saying much until we beat them. I mean, I've been on here year after year. When was the last time we beat them? 2016. You had them beat everywhere but on the scoreboard, and weren't able to. You just got to do it. And yeah, Gotzi does hate him. I mean, Gotzi beat him 3 times in a row when he was a player, but he ain't a player now. He's a coach, and you just got to find a way to do it. Got to get it done.
Yeah, Brett Key got stuff. Yeah, they got a chance to beat them. They had their chance. They blew a big lead one year,
Got
and
a
then
20-point lead,
this
yeah.
past this past year they just couldn't get stuck off 9. It bothers me that y'all was stuck at 9 the whole game. Y'all was stuck at 9.
Well, last year was the most baffling one of them all for me because we had given up like 400 or 585 yards of offense to NC State when NC State didn't have their best 2 players. Then you give up over 500, I think, to Boston College. Then you get down 28-0 to Pitt. Like, we couldn't stop a nosebleed on defense. Then you get in a defensive battle with, like, what were they ranked at the time? Like number 4 team in the country. Like, I'm like, damn, dude, we can't get our head out of our asses on offense for one game. So I don't know. The end of last season has left a very sour taste in my mouth. But anyways,
It pissed off a lot of fans down here, especially the teams that was rooting for Georgia Tech. That was really, really hoping they was beating Georgia. That was a good chance to beat them beating Georgia. That was a good chance.
yeah, and I hate that it's even phrased that way. I mean, you got to start handling business when like for a lot of Georgia Tech fans, it's like your barometer is just beating Georgia. We're in a bad way if that's our barometer, and I imagine there's that sentiment at Florida too. Like, I know you hate them a lot, but damn, I mean, your goals should be like you need to win your conference, make the playoffs. Like, I want to beat Georgia too, but I've got bigger aspirations than that.
It's no shame in losing to those criminals.
There's a
That's
ton
no
of shame
shame.
in it, and it makes me want to jump off a bridge, but I'm not going to hang my hat every year on, like, as long as we beat Georgia, the season's salvageable. Fuck that. No, I'm not assigning to that.
Yeah, this Indiana dude, man. I just want to ask this Indiana dude one question, man. How does it feel losing another Mendoza to Georgia Tech?
Oh, you talking about Hoosiers for life in here?
Yeah, they lost Berto Mendoza to for those to
Yeah, I
y'all.
don't really get Hoosiers for life because he's like nut hugging Georgia and then like nut hugging the Big Ten. I am assuming he's an Indiana fan, so I'm a little confused. I don't know if you're just a troll or whatever, but yeah, we'll see what we got with Mendoza. But I appreciate you calling in, Octavian. Can I
Man,
get a
as always, fuck Georgia
yeah?
and go Gators and I'm rooting for you Yellow Jackets. I'm rooting for you.
I love you, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Burns. How can you not love Octavian?
Oh yeah. Well, anybody that has a grudge against them people out 316, we gotta favor them a tad.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? So you were at the spring game.
Real generic.
Yep.
The team is much bigger and they look faster. Can we gel by game time?
Remains to be seen. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I thought a little bit more about it, and in fact, I talked to Tantor the day after, and I was like, man, we really locked down some wide receivers in that spring game, and that means one of two things: either we're all world at defensive back, or we got some issues at wide receiver, and I think one of those is more likely than the other.
Yeah, I think I think we probably got issues at wide receiver. I can't imagine this core of defensive backs being top notch in the first 3 to 5 weeks together. But let's give them the rest of the spring workout and get back to practice this summer, and hopefully they'll be good by the time the Buffaloes show up for their little butt whooping.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I mentioned it, I think we threw a lot in that spring game. I think we're going to be running probably 70% of the time. And I think Justice Haynes should be able to pick his number rushing against Colorado. I mean, he could exceed 200 yards, I think, if he wanted to. I think that little of Colorado.
If I had to pick a number out of there, it'd be 178. I don't know why, but that sounds like a good number for that game for him. And he probably wouldn't even play the last half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. We'll see with that. Yeah, and I forgot to mention it. I felt that Kevin Roach played really well for us in the spring game. I forgot to mention him. He had a pretty nice one-handed grab over the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah. Well, talking about the quarterbacks, I had this, pipe dream that Graham Knowles was going to come out and be a superstar, and we could actually start using the tight ends and him be able to just throw it over top of the offensive defensive line to a big mean tight end, but it seems like he is falling by the wayside, according to what we're hearing out of the coaches.
Yeah, I don't. Graham Knowles, like he's super immobile. Like he seems like he's got cement feet, and then his throws, he looked like it was day one install for him. Like he just was not on the same page at all with wide receivers.
Yeah. Well, he only played high school quarterback his senior year.
Really,
He
what did he
didn't.
play before that? Tight end or something?
I don't know that. I don't know if he was on the baseball team or what. I don't think he played. He might not even played football, but I remember distinctively somebody saying on one of the shows that he only played quarterback 1 year in high school. So the other guys that's been playing quarterback since they were 12 years old have a leg up on him.
Yeah, that kind of is concerning to me. I mean, he must have been showing something his senior year. I don't know that as far as recruiting a kid that has 1 year of football experience, it's a little shady.
I think he went to the state playoffs as quarterback. Is
Okay.
one of his accolades.
Oh, it's like Southlake, I think, high school or something. I think him and Harrison Moore came off the same team.
Maybe. But I think our defensive line is going to be a lot better. This kid is, I can't remember his name now, from Mara, 330, 6'4",
What position?
nose tackle, defensive tackle.
Came from Morrow High
Morrow.
School? We'll see.
Morrow High School down on the south side.
Yeah. Papa Wreck went to Morrow High School.
The Locked On Georgia Tech boys have they got a lot of respect for that kid being a real player in the next. They claim, matter of fact, they claim he's probably going to be as good as anybody on the team halfway through the season. And they didn't come out and say that. It's just me reading between the lines.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any. Do you mean Monroe?
Nice.
You talking about? Well, I mean Christian Garrett. They list as from Monroe. He's from Prince Avenue.
Morrow, Morrow.
I don't see anyone listed from Morrow on here. Maybe hold on.
I'm sitting out in the backyard. It's nice and cool here this afternoon, but it was pretty warm mowing grass today.
Yeah, it was brutally hot for the spring game, and then it was like chilly the morning after.
Yeah, I started to come up and promise us good switching, but it was too hot for me to walk up 15 steps to tell you that.
Yeah. For sure. Well, what are you feeling for this season, man? I mean, we don't have much to go on. We've got one spring game and an entirely new team and staff.
Well, I think there's only 3 teams, the top 3 teams, I think, that's got a chance of, if we just play a tad above average, I think I would chalk up 3 losses right off of the bat would be Georgia, Tennessee, and Clemson. But Clemson, we've seemed to have been getting their number lately. I mean, we nearly beat them 2 or 3 years ago up there on that 8-13 game or whatever it was.
Yeah, those were Collins.
Under the Waffle House boy, and but yeah, we seem to. I think, if I was betting today, I'd throw a couple of dollars at 8-4.
All right.
And if Mendoza plays like his older brother, which I don't expect a redshirt junior to play or sophomore to play as good as a seasoned senior, but if he plays half as good as his brother and the offensive line comes together as good as last year's offensive line, we might be in Charlotte and then headed to college football playoffs.
Oh man, that's a pretty tall order. Yeah, it's tough for me to say. I'm gonna have to see us. Tennessee will be a good measuring stick early on. If you just get driven into the ground by Tennessee and that's not even a competitive game, it's going to be a rough season moving forward. If you're able to win that game or be fairly competitive in it, then I'll be pretty hopeful.
Oh yeah. And I don't think uh, what's our toughest ACC? I guess Clemson's going to be our toughest ACC game.
Let's see. Maybe. I mean, Louisville, we get them at home, but that'll be tough. I think at Virginia Tech could be tough with Franklin up there, and at Pitt could be pretty tough.
We're at Pitt because I sat through that first quarter and had upset stomach against Pitt last year.
Yeah.
That's
Chosen, what is this guy? Chosen 1.0405. I'm going to guess this account was made very recently. Let's go look. Maybe not. No, 2018. Buddy, first of all, there's someone in the community that's already been bet welched by one of your creators. We're not betting you $1,000. But you just went 3-9. You have a coach with 0 marquee wins whatsoever. There's a StreamYard. I'll do you one better. There's a StreamYard link. You can click on it, and you can tell me how dumb you think I am. But you won't do that. I'm willing to bet that you won't do that. Anyways, appreciate it, Mr. Burns. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, buddy. Y'all have a good one, and go Jackets, and a good word. To hell with Georgia.
Hell with them, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Burns. Begging Megan says, Chosen, if you win that money, will you please put batteries in that smoke detector? Yeah. Chosen, just click the link right there. I've had, of all the shit I've talked about Colorado, only one person has ever called in. Only one. Because you're a bunch of ladies. That's why. You would rather skulk about in Twitter comments and YouTube comment sections where you feel safe. You feel like Daddy Deion's right behind you. Click the link. Why type in a chat when you can just click the link and talk to me? Unless you're a pussy. Are you a pussy? If you don't click the link, I guess that's the only conclusion we can draw. I don't know. Whole new staff. Yeah, it's not going to matter. Our coach has already done what it took in his interim stint, what it took Deion his entire 3-year career at Colorado to do. It's clicking that link is so easy. Even a brain dead moron like you can do it. Just do it. Do it. What else are y'all saying in here? Tech's going to upset someone. Let's see, looking at Tech's schedule, who would they be most likely to upset? Y'all DC ain't got no experience. What the F? Sounds like a Colorado man, doesn't it? Pussy, click the link. Click the link or I'll kick you out of here. Click the link. I wouldn't let some grown man, if I was a grown man, call me a pussy when I could just click on the link and talk to him. All you Colorado fans are the same. You're a bunch of man babies. All right, Tech Fan 99. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, could you just spend the next 20 minutes explaining your beef with Kelly Quinlan?
The next 20 minutes? I mean, man, I haven't talked about Kelly in a while. Why do you want to talk about Kelly Quinlan?
I'm just, I've seen some stuff on, the YouTubes and the Twitter, and I'm just curious.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty, there's many videos you could watch on it. I'm a little suspect of someone calling in and saying they want me to talk about Kelly. I mean, in a nutshell, the guy tried to tell me what I could and couldn't do because I called him out for flicking off his own fans in a live stream he did. And he DM'd me saying that I couldn't do that. So that would be the genesis of the beef. Yes. Also, he is horrible to his own subscribers, but
I see. Okay. Yeah, no, fuck him. Go Jackets, bro.
All right, man. Yes. Great call. Great call. Oh, me. T-Branch in here. Chosen has never been west of the Mississippi. What's going on, Motivated Dedicated? Link in the bottom of the chat. You want to call and talk shop with Wreck. You want to talk Georgia Tech football. If you're a Colorado fan that's not a pussy, you can call in. Not likely to happen. Or if you're a fan of any other team, whatever you want to talk about. See, this is really your show tonight. That tight end is going to be dangerous. Talking about Kevin Roach, I guess. Shout out to all the bumblebees in here. Kelly thinks he's the gatekeeper of Georgia Tech. Yeah, that would be the other thing, is like he gets mad if anyone else, like, I'm not in his world, but like if anyone else breaks a Georgia Tech news story, which is pretty much every Georgia Tech news story, he gets mad about that. Oh, yeah, and how could I forget to mention, he graduated from UGA. So there would be that. Again, link at the bottom of the chat if you want to call in, talk shop with your boy Wreck. Oh, Pete just sent me a text. Good old pigskin Pete. As far as the over-under for Tech, look, Vegas knows what they're doing. 6.5's a tough one. If you forced me to bet enough money that it would hurt if I lost it, I'm probably taking under 6.5. And that's not because I think Georgia Tech's a shitty team or anything. There's so many unknowns. There are so many unknowns. There's no way with the schedule that we have that I think that I would put a bunch of money on Tech going over 6.5. I mean, you look at this schedule, like I've said it 100 times, but if you can't handle Colorado, you got big problems. Tennessee, I think we're going to struggle a lot with. I think the style of football that Britt Key is wanting to install, the reason that he hired George Gotze, which is just to out-physical everyone, pound it between the tackles. I think that's not going to work well against Tennessee, who's going to be bigger and more athletic than you most likely. At Stanford is a weird game where you go across country. So look, in your first 4 games, you need to find a way to be 3-1 there with a loss to Tennessee if you're going to do one. Tech better win at least 6 games or Key will be on the hot seat. That probably is true. I mean, but it's also probably not, because he just signed a big extension. I'm pretty sure that we're still paying shit-stained Collins. I don't know that Tech could afford to fire Key in the next 2 years if they wanted to. Rick, we're counting on you to be the top voice of Georgia Tech since whom I will not name became a traitor and is now working for UGA. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, dude. As it's been since you came in. So you can just click it. So, yeah, I think you should go 3-1 through your first 4. Then you get a bye. Then you've got Duke at Virginia Tech, Boston College at Pitt. It's probably a stretch you need to find a way to go at least 2-2 in. A lot of question marks with Virginia Tech. You would think they would be better, but it is year 1 under Franklin. I don't know what to think about Duke. Obviously, they lose Mensa last year to Miami, or really just a few months ago to Miami, and under auspicious circumstances. Boston College, you should be able to beat, and then at Pitt is tough. Pitt brings back their quarterback, right? That kid was like a redshirt freshman last year. I think Tech will have a tough time going up to Pittsburgh and beating Pitt on the road. So let's just say there's 2 losses there. There's 3 losses going into Louisville, at Clemson, Wake, at Georgia. Let's just say you lose to Louisville. You go 1-1 at Clemson and Wake, and then at Georgia, loss would be 7-5. And that's assuming that, like, you don't stumble against Stanford, or you don't go 1-3 in this stretch with Duke, at Virginia Tech, Boston College, and Pitt, which could happen. So, a lot of work to do on the Tech front for sure. Hopefully Chosen has a translator. I have a feeling Chosen's going to feign like, I can't figure out how to use StreamYard, or I would come in there and I would tell you what's up, dog. Okay. Yeah. You just click the link. That's all you do. Here, we'll even drop it for you again. That way you've got no excuses. Do we need to drop it for you again? There's like 20 links that you can click on if you want to. Can you figure that out? You think? I mean, I can't make it any simpler than that. That's as simple as I can possibly make it. How bad do you think Georgia Tech will beat Colorado this year? I do think we'll beat them. I mean, you're basically asking, what do I think the spread on that game will be? The spread with how many question marks are on Tech's side will probably be Tech by like 9.5, something like that, maybe even 7.5. I'd say that line's going to be between like 7 and 10. Have they put a line on that game yet? Let's see, Georgia Tech, Colorado, betting line. I think we'll beat them by 3 touchdowns, though, is what I think. It's also hard to say because we know that Georgia Tech is going to be a clock control type team, or that's what I assume Tech's going to be. So they're not geared to scoring a ton of points. Georgia Tech is favored. This is from 2025. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think there's a line on the game yet. But I agree with you. It'll probably be like 7.5 points. It'll certainly be a 2-score line. Or I'm pretty sure it'll be a 2-score line. But I think Tech should be able to beat them by 17 points, even though they run a style offense that is not geared toward just blowing people out. Chosen done forgot how to click links. Yeah. Well, you knew that was going to happen. You scared? Say you scared. I get it. Chris here says 21-7. Yeah, there is a likelihood that it'll be a game like that, like a low scoring game. Oh, Motivated Dedicated's in here. What's going on, man? How are you? The old devil dog.
What's good, man? Mic check. How you doing?
Good. Let me try and turn you up a little more, or have the mic closer to you.
Turn my volume all the way up, man. But for some reason,
Okay.
I don't know. It's always low.
It's all good, man. Well, what do you think? There was people in my comment section mad at you for speaking the truth to the Colorado fan.
Because they saw me comment, man. I've been torturing these people for like 2 years, man. Even when they went 9-4, I still tortured them.
Yeah, they went 9-4, which, yeah, for where they came from is impressive. But this is where all their work's ahead of him. And I the only guy that ever called in that was a Colorado fan, I explained this to. I said, if y'all would have just been like, look, this is Deion's first coaching gig. We're not expecting much. We're happy, went 9-4, blah, blah, blah. No one would have a problem with them. But that's not what they did. They retired 2 jerseys of players that never beat a ranked team. They told everyone else there was a conspiracy in the NFL against Deion's son. Deion was the best coach that had ever lived. Like, that's why no one respects these idiots.
I mean, these people told me that he was the next Nick Saban.
There's
You're not
only
driving.
there's
You're not
like
driving. I don't want you to crash.
I'm not driving. No. There's maybe 2 coaches and one pains me to say that I think are on par that you could put in that conversation. Probably Kirby with multiple national titles and Kirk Cignetti for what it looks like he's doing. I mean, that's it. Deion is not even on Brent Key's level, and I've had a ton of criticisms for Brent Key. He's not half the coach Brent Key is, though.
Yes, and these people, they come out Prom's first year. Their spring game is sold out. 48,000 people going crazy. The spin brought so much money into the city. he's pretty much walking on water. So they come out their first year, they beat TCU, and it's people telling me they're going to the national championship because they beat TCU.
What did they remind me what they went that year again?
They went 4-8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in that offseason, what people told me, well, Colorado went 1-11 before he brought the Louis luggage. So that's a 300% increase from 1-11 to 4-8.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next year they go 9-4, and you know, it's a 500% increase. And he goes to the media day, and he tells the people at the Big 12 media day that the team in 25 was better than the team in 24.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, and that's what they told me. That's what they told me. Oh, you ain't never seen players like this before. You ain't never seen nothing like this. Now what are they saying? Well, you just beat a shitty team.
What they told me in 24 was every wide receiver that goes to Boulder, Colorado, automatically runs a 4.3.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds reasonable.
So he goes 9-4 in 24, and they don't win anything. And I commented on one of your videos. A lot of people don't know, like they just knew they were going to kill BYU, so that's why they went to the strip club the night before they played BYU.
It's the wrong team to go to the strip club against because they're going to be rested. They're going to be in bed at like 6 p.m. ready for that game. The old Mormons.
Right. So they go to the strip club down in San Antonio the night before, and then they proceed to get blown out by BYU with like 35-14, something like that.
Yeah, it was like 30. Yeah. It was something like that.
Yeah. So I'm killing them in the comments right now. Like, I mean, at this time, I'm just going nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're fact averse. Like there's nothing defensible about it. Well, yeah, look at it was a 500% increase. That's why I brought up Mike Norvell. You could have said the same thing about Mike Norvell. Anyone thinks that he's the greatest coach of all time right now? No.
Right.
You have to sustain success. Being a coach isn't about look at TCU's coach. Does anyone think that TCU's coach is the greatest thing ever anymore? No.
Exactly. So they go 9-4, and then the next year they go 3-9, and I'm like, okay, well that's a 600% decrease, right?
Yeah, don't work the other way for them though. No, that was. What is their excuse for the drop off? Are they now saying what I told them?
This is the caveat, Rick. This is the caveat. He had cancer and he couldn't be around the team in the off season, and the coaches he had messed up the team, so that's why they went 3-9.
Right. Who hired those coaches?
He hired those coaches, but they were so bad from going 9-4 to 3-9 that they didn't know what they were doing, and Caden Salter was supposed to win the Heisman, and then they end up going 3-9, and Salter wasn't no good anyway, even though they had him win the Heisman before the season started.
Oh yeah, the most electrifying quarterback in college football is what one of their channels said. The same channel that said I need to stop drinking moonshine because I didn't think altitude was the boogeyman.
That same guy said that he just said, I had to correct him in the comments. He said that at their spring game they had 17,500, and that was more than Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah, those teams better. They're lucky they don't play Colorado. You know what I'm saying? They're lucky.
And what I told him was, I said, well, why are you saying this when he said this like last Thursday, and I was like, why are you saying this when Georgia hasn't played the spring game, and it's going to be more than 17,000 people there? And then he came and responded, oh, I stand corrected, I meant Texas A&M or some other team.
Yeah, some other team that you're not familiar with. We got more than them. First of all, how many wins do you think your spring game attendance equates to?
Right.
Like, that's how they know their shit, is when you have to invoke all of this amorphous horseshit They know that they don't have anything. If they had anything, they would just name it. Like they thought they had last year. I'm surprised they're not talking about Julian Lewis. I don't hear any of them talking about Julian Lewis.
I don't hear them talk about Juju, but this go-go offense that y'all are facing against Colorado, this is the best offense ever. I just want to let you know. It's the best offense ever.
You know how worried I was about them last year? I bet that I would drink a 40-year-old Coke if they won. And I'll do the same this year. I mean, like
Right. This go-go offense, it averaged 30 points a game. So you guys aren't going to be able to stop it just because it's called go-go. It's basketball on grass. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, this go-go offense. Yeah, Deion's so good. His average margin of loss of a 9-win team or better is over 3 touchdowns.
Right. And what I was telling these people that are just convinced that this go-go is going to take over college football and it's going to take over the NFL, this is what they're telling me. I was letting them know that it got shut down by Boise State.
Yeah,
when he was at UNLV.
Oh, Chosen's back. Get this dummy off the call. Why don't you come in here and you can tell him to get off the call? 5 minutes was like an hour ago, sir.
Yeah, and this is the same go-go offense where he was at Sacramento State that scored 3 points against, I think, Montana. so
yeah,
it's a good offense against these weak teams that you play.
It's interesting the more you look into it too, because not just once, but twice. One of Deion's kids took $75,000 worth of jersey to an away game that got stolen.
Yeah, they took all the chains. Yeah, I remember. I think it was at UCLA.
Yes.
Where they took the chains and watches and everything on the road with them, so they could wear it after the game, so they could make social media videos and TikTok and put the jury all in the.
But I'm pretty sure that happened twice. I'm pretty sure it happened at Jackson State and then again at Colorado.
Well, think about it, Rick. If I got insurance on this fancy jewelry and I don't like it no more, what can I say? I just say it got stolen.
I would never accuse anyone of insurance fraud, but if you were going to do it, that would be a good way to do it.
Did you look into the fraud at the Prime Academy?
Oh, the Prime Academy. I brought that up in today's video. Can you imagine getting fired from a high school you founded?
Yeah, because of fraud. Yeah.
They stole money from the free and reduced lunch. They was like $50,000 that was donated for laptops for like inner city black kids that they never got ever. There was a tax lien put on Prime Academy of $56,000 because they just stopped paying taxes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what? And that's why they're like, well, it's going to be better. I mean, look what he's brought Colorado to. And I'm thinking, buddy, I have no idea what disaster might be left in the wake after I have no idea, just known from his history, what might be there.
Yeah, I mean, if you did that at the Prime Academy, then what do you think you're going to do at Jackson State? What are you going to think you're going to do when you get to Boulder? It's going to be the same thing.
I tell you how you'll know he's caught. He'll pull that "my brother in Christ" shit with you. That's when you know he's on some bullshit.
Yeah. And, I had a bunch of them, because they know I'm a Georgia fan. So they always talk about, the incidents at Georgia. And then one of their players is sadly passes away in a car accident on a Sunday night at
quarterback, right?
Yeah, and he has alcohol in his system. So I'm like, well, you guys, you can talk a lot about Georgia, but it happened to your own players too. So it's not just a Georgia thing; it's a college football thing.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not good for sure. EJ says Georgia Tech up on UGA at Truist 5-2. I would be streaming that if it was televised, and I know Lou's like, I don't know who cares about college baseball or whatever, but I would like to see that game.
Yeah, I mean Tech's having an awesome season in baseball. I mean Georgia is top 10, but
They're both top
they're
5. They're both top
yeah,
5. Yeah.
not doing as good as Tech, which is awesome. But do remember now, Georgia. I think they played. I can't remember what team they played, but they scored 11 runs in the top of the ninth inning. So just be advised, it's not over yet.
For sure. Well, let me it is not over. Let me ask you this. Let me pull up Georgia's schedule since I got a Georgia fan on
Go ahead.
here and get your opinion. And I have to look up. I think Georgia's over under is 9.5. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
we're not in half. I think the top four teams in the SEC are at either 9.5 right now. I don't know if Texas is at 10, but I know Georgia's at 9.5. But I really don't know like what this team is because we have so many new guys and we have so many young players. Like I can't even give us. I'll give us maybe 9 or 10 wins. We'll probably go to Alabama and lose because we just can't win in that stadium. But
Yeah, that's a tough one for y'all. Uncle Junior says Christian Garrett's a D lineman out of Monroe. He's listed from Morrow. He went to
uh,
Prince Avenue, which is in
uh,
Bogart, Georgia, which is you could piss on Athens from Bogart. It's so close.
right, right.
All right. So you start off with Tennessee State, whatever, Western Kentucky, whatever. At Arkansas, I'm assuming you
Yep,
can win. Oklahoma is an interesting test at home there.
definitely. And we're gonna need that one because they have a really good defense. So I'm glad they're coming to us.
Yep.
Arkansas's coach talked a bunch of trash about us, so Kirby's probably gonna be out for blood when we go out to Fayetteville. But yeah, I want to see the Oklahoma Sooners coming to town. I can't wait for that.
In fact, you have a tough little 3-game stretch here into September, into October. You've got Oklahoma. Vanderbilt's not someone you can overlook.
Right,
And
Jared
then
Curtis.
at Alabama after that. You have no buys early either. So
Right, right.
I
So
feel
yeah,
like you go at least 1-3 in that stretch.
we'll probably. I think we got something for Jared Curtis because he strung us along for a couple years and then flipped at the end. So I know we got some special blitzes for him. And then when we go to Tuscaloosa, we'll probably drop that game. But I think we'll get Oklahoma. I don't trust Batir.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma or Alabama, you would probably drop one of those. I'm not sure which one. Probably you're right. Probably Alabama. Auburn, they've got a new coach, an entirely new deal, and you get them in Athens. I would think you're
Oh,
likely to beat them.
oh, oh, they are upset with this new quarterback. How do you throw 2 picks in the spring game?
I don't know. I don't take much from the spring game. I don't know much about Auburn, but you get a bye before Florida. I think that's most years, right? Your bye usually lines up before
Yeah,
Florida.
we'll get a
Now,
bye before we play Florida. What's your old quarterback and your old offensive coordinator?
and tight end and wide receivers coach and center.
Right,
Now
right.
Octavian, I don't know if you heard him when he was on here. He said that Buster's the truth. Now I think Buster. This is where me and Lou heavily disagree on Buster. Um,
Uh-huh.
but Octavian says they're going to take it to you. What do you think? Are you worried
Oh,
about this game at all?
I've been hearing this for Octavian for the last 5 years, man, and they haven't beat us since COVID. But according to Octavian, they're going to average like 40 points a game.
Yeah, yeah, they're going to do it this year though.
Yeah, they're going to do it this year. Yeah, of course.
I would
Even
think.
though they have to play us in the Mercedes Stadium.
I would think you probably beat Florida Mercedes Benz. Somehow it's okay for y'all to play there, but not us when we play you. Um, then you go on the road at Ole Miss. Now I don't know what to think about Ole Miss this year, but that is, in fact, I've been to Oxford. That is a tough place to play.
Definitely a tough place to play. Last time we played there, we took an L because Carson got sacked like 5 times.
I remember
Um,
that. Yeah, that was a rough day.
yeah, yeah, Carson had a really bad day. We played him in a rainstorm, and yeah, Carson had a terrible game. But I think we get him back. I think we got something for Trinidad. I mean, he had the game of his life against us in the Sugar Bowl, so I think we got something for him.
All right. Then you got Missouri at South Carolina and Tech. Yeah, I would probably shooting off the cuff say 10-2, but 9.5 is a interesting over under to bet
Yeah,
because that's
and
assuming you don't drop to like you have a weird game against I don't know Missouri or something in the past.
or we gotta go to South Carolina. That's always gonna be a tough one. If it's a night game, it's definitely gonna be a tough one.
If you've got to drop an embarrassing loss, I pray that it's South Carolina just because of jackpot. That would be an epic stream, and I need that in my life.
Well, you know what's gonna happen with Jackpot. I mean, Jackpot. First of all, shout out to Jackpot, man. I love him to death, man.
Yeah, he's
But
a good dude.
they're probably gonna come out and they're gonna be up 17-0 at halftime.
Oh no! Oh no!
And Jackpot's gonna run his mouth and he's gonna be jumping up and down and feeling good. And then we'll probably score like 21 points in the third quarter and then beat them by like 5.
Damn, you're probably right. You're probably
That's
right.
probably what's gonna happen.
Dang, man. Well, Octavian also said that he thinks Gunnar Stockton is going to get benched because he sucks ass.
Really?
Who is behind Gunnar Stockton?
So behind Gunner, you have the two Ryans. You have Ryan Fitzgerald and Ryan Puglisi.
Okay.
Puglisi, he's been up and down through spring, but I mean he's built like a tank. He's got a good arm. He just makes bad decisions. I think he thinks he can make every throw, and that gets him in trouble. And Fitzgerald has been compared to Jake Fromm, so just hand the ball off and throw to the tight ends.
Well, one of them's going to be your quarterback. So
Right.
just prepare for that this year. But, well, anyways, man, I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you giving the Colorado fans hell.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it, man. It's definitely comedy. And hey, shout out to you guys, man. We'll see y'all in late November, man.
Yeah, we'll see you around Thanksgiving, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take care.
Again, the link at the top of the chat, and then about 50 times if you scroll up, because Chosen was too much of a pussy to click any of them. Seminole Seth is in here. Says Group of 5 Joey. C-Raw says those Puglisi, is that how you say it? Puglisi and Ryan Montgomery. What's up, WreckTalk? Go Knowles in that. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, still no Chosen. Chosen, like Steve Irwin, gone forever. So, yeah, never to be seen again, thrown into the tall grass somewhere. But we knew what was, I mean, you know what's going to happen with that. FSU, Colorado, and UNC need to unite and create their own super team. Would it magnify their shittiness, though? I feel like that you would just get the ultimate shit team, because then you'd have, could you have like Bill Belichick as or have Deion Sanders be the head coach, Bill Belichick be the DC, and then Mike Norvell be the OC of that team? I feel like that would be comedy gold right there. Yeah, the worst coaching staff of all time. Again, the link at the bottom of the chat. Else, I think we're just going to get out of here. Well, if no one else. Seminole Seth, if you want to call in and tell us, I mean, it seems like Florida State, y'all are just waiting to fire Mike Norvell, right? It's like you have to pee really bad, but you got to wait till week 8 to urinate. That's kind of where Florida State is at the moment. Deion head coach team, a 2-10 FSU playing in Chapel Hill. Nice. Jeff Collins could be their DC. Yeah, and I'm assuming, I talked to Cdogg yesterday. I'm assuming he's still at South Carolina. I haven't heard hide nor hair of old Waffle House. Nothing really to talk about next season. A toss, really, yeah. Where is JC? I'm assuming you mean GC. Jeff Collins. He spells his name with a G. But yeah. Well, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here then. I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday night. And you know what I'm going to tell you. If no one's told you tonight, WreckTalk loves you. Let me be the first to tell you I love you. You have a good one.